You are on the road and you write music since more than 14 years, and you change a lot your sound from the metal beginning to the more experimental ones times. I want to ask you in a few words how you would define the gathering music.
In life, everything changes. Your own mind changes, your body, everything. You know, every step by step. Because when we started the music, you know, we were like 15 years old, and it's like, for us it was the punk music. Yes. Our punk music was like the heavy, really metal scene, you know, that was our punk. Yeah. Just play and just have fun, and but we made something really strange, and in Holland everybody was liked it very much, so that's why it became popular in Holland. Yes. But step by step you learn better playing, you're more interested in other kind of music, you knew the music history, you try. So you learn more and more about that. So
if you make an album which has a sound and a philosophy and songs, you know, and an atmosphere, it doesn't make sense to make the same album again. And that was always the philosophy of the gathering, to develop, and the development just happens. It's just like, you know, we tear ourselves apart after a tour. If we're going to write new songs, and then we are just thinking about making a new album, but then to learn from the good things and to skip all the things we didn't like on the past. Yeah.
Eventually there is one element which is always the same. It didn't really change at all in all these years, and it's this kind of atmospherical kind of element we have. Yeah. And it's also kind of red line in our music. And of course we change sounds and production-wise, but the general feeling is there are lots of parallels between each albums, I think.
Okay. It's very simple. Because you make it you know, big change, but it's just whatever we feel we put on the record, you know. Yes. And when you're young, you feel different things than when you get a little bit older. Yeah. And when you're young, things seem to be black and white. Yeah. And when you're older, there's a lot more colors coming. And so that's the same with the music, you know. It just evolves. Yes. And sometimes you have some softer songs, sometimes some louder songs, some different tunes. So it's just a natural evolution.
You think that the tour part is very important in your musician life?
Yes, because then you bring it to the people.
Yes.
You give it to the people. Okay. But it will change, you know, the tour aspect, because of Anneke being pregnant right now. Yes. We're not going to tour for 1 year. After this is the last Italy gig, really, for a year, at least a year. And then we will come back, but it will be different. But we really don't know what's going to happen right now, you know, as it is something new and very interesting.
Thank you, you are so kind.
You have already some new material, and can you tell us approximately when the new CD will be recorded?
Well, maybe we're going to write a lot of songs, and The Quiet One is a song which will end up on another album, or maybe it will be a B-side. With other words, it's always quite difficult to say what's going to happen. We talk a lot right now about the new album, and I think we first have to talk a lot about it to make a sort of structure. Yes. And then, we're writing some ideas and songs already, but how to say it could change so much. I said a lot of time, the last couple of months, I said it would be a guitar-orientated album, and I think it will be, you know, but it can change. Maybe it will. It depends on what's going to happen. You know, it's an interaction, and also when our producer will come into the big thing.
We want to search for new ways of writing and recording and to produce, and a song and a gathering song is always based on a beautiful melody, you know. There's always Renee or Frank comes up with a riff, and then with a melody, and we just fill it in, you know. Vocal lines fill in, bass line fill in, and drums fill in, and And that's how we make a song. So then the production on Souvenirs is very different because it's very layered, you know. There's like 7 guitars and 7 vocals, and there's a lot of stuff going on in the background which you don't even hear, but you can feel it, you know. Yeah. And every time you hear it, you can hear something new, like a little sound, or so that's the difference of production, really, that makes it so different. But in the bass is always one melody who makes the song, you know.
Yes. After Souvenirs, that is maybe the manifesto album of your trip rock definition in general. What do you think about moving towards wider and open-minded market like the one of Radiohead, Portishead, Massive Attack or Dragged? I mean, do you think that your future work would be influenced by this necessity to widen the market of people listening to you or something like this?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely. We listen to all that kind of music as well. But I think now with Souvenirs we hit our ceiling. It's for me itself, we did too much in the studio. You know, too much layers in it, too much different styles, too much different steps. Now I'm sure the new album will be more back basic, back on the ground.
It will not be a synthesizer pop album, and it will not. I think it will not be that. No black metal also, but no metal. But it will be. It will not sound like Souvenirs.
Caroline, now you are part of a group where in the most part of the songs there is a distinctive element that is a background melancholy. How do you feel with this feeling?
It's really difficult to say. I didn't write the songs, but it's not. It doesn't feel like I'm playing in a cover band. You know, okay. It really feels good to play. I really listened to the music for when I was 14 or 15, so it's really also part of who I am. I think, you know, we all like the same movies, and we live in the same place in Holland, and I think that's some things you can, you know, connect to also in the music. In the rehearsal room, it is in the beginning for me was really different, because normally when you play in a band and you try to jam and think of a new song, everyone just sits on his own instrument. And here it's like, René, stop, this is a wrong bass line, this is a wrong drum pattern, this is not it. And I was like, whoa, you know, but you know, he really wants it perfect. And now when we talk about it, but it's a different way of rehearsing and trying out new ideas. So yeah, for me it's different, but it's good.